You really 35? I'm 37. Which is not true because you're actually 42.
Right.
So there are layers of lies here. Why'd you do it then?
Lonely. And I've got no money.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. That's right, it's another day, another classic TCAP reaction for you. This one is going to be a treat. This guy gets caught up in their Ocean County, New Jersey investigation, and Chris Hansen just has his way with this creep. I mean, this creep did not realize at the moment that he was about to be absolutely humiliated on TV in front of millions of watchers. So let's just sit back and enjoy this one. Make sure you guys drop a like on this video if you enjoy it at any point, and without any further ado, let's get right on into it, shall we? Thank you so much for clicking on this video, by the way. Let's get it.
And tonight, they're on this very beach in our latest To Catch a Predator investigation. Good evening and welcome to Dateline. I'm Chris Hansen. I'm back in the resort community of Ocean County, New Jersey.
Okay, dude, wait. I gotta pause real quick here. I've never seen an intro to the show like this. I mean, they got gimbal work, this beautiful scenery. You would think this is in a movie. I mean, despite the fact that it literally looks like it's composed of Minecraft painting level detail. I mean, I'm very sorry for the quality of this clip, I gotta say. But, you know, when you're going back through the archives like this, there's only so much pixels we can work with. But either way, I didn't realize they really had this budget for this show, bro. They're starting this thing off right. Anyways, I'm gonna skip through some of this intro because it doesn't all have to do with the guy that we're meeting today. I kind of want to get to that awkward point as quickly as possible.
You're Chris Hansen?
I am.
Here, men will show up after making a date online,
This is the Dateline thing.
seem to realize what they're doing is illegal.
You know what happens next, right?
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I have to include that. This is still part of the intro I was saying I was skipping, but this dude just was ready. He assumed the position as soon as Chris was like, yeah, you know what happens, right? The man wasn't wanting to walk out into that ambush. I mean, that has to be pretty terrifying knowing that's what's next if you walk into this set and you realize what show you're on. But it's funny to see him get recognized in this little quick cut montage. I didn't really realize there was this many cases. Again, I never really know the timeline of when they did these investigations. I'm guessing this is a little bit further into the show to where they're able to get a bit more notoriety with the average American, and that just makes this even better when these guys know who he is. So I'm excited to see if this guy today will know who Chris Hansen is once he walks in the door. It kind of seems like they're setting us up for that, doesn't it?
So far, 118 men have either pleaded guilty or been found guilty by a judge or jury.
How do you plead guilty, Your Honor?
Dateline rented this summer house on the ocean in the off-season.
Okay, he just said 118 people, so that does kind of clear up my, you know, timeline issue here. Obviously, they are pretty deep into the show if they've almost caught 120 different people in this operation. I was gonna say dudes, but then I was like, maybe there's actually a woman they caught. But now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure there has never been a woman caught on this show. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. If so, and if there's footage of it, I really need to react to that episode because that is a once in a million thing. This is one of those times I'm a little bit embarrassed to have so much representation from the dudes on this one. Like, all right, come on, let's get some lady creeps up in here. Or do they just not exist, or are they just entirely too smart to be caught on this show?
The house and surrounding area have been rigged with 17 hidden cameras. 11 of them are set up outside so we can spot a potential predator as soon as he arrives. The outside cameras are able to follow him as he gets out of his car.
Bro, they got full-on infographics, they got 3D rendering. This has got to be like mid-2000s when they made this show, so this is big-budget stuff right here. Apparently, they were going all out. I don't know how we haven't seen any of this, you know, angle of this show in any of the previous episodes so far, and I'm sorry it's taken us a second to actually get to today's, you know, target, but this is pretty interesting to me, okay? I was not expecting this level of quality. I thought these were more just kind of segments that they had in their nighttime news whenever MSNBC was doing their news back in the day. But color me impressed, all right? They got some pretty legit graphics for the time, and 17 cameras on the street is no freaking joke. They're getting every possible angle they can. This is more cameras than the freaking Big Brother house.
Everyone gets into position as this potential predator pulls up. Watch as he confidently approaches the house for his date with a girl who told him she was 14. Without even bothering to knock, 42-year-old Richard Burnham enters the house.
Hey!
Oh my gosh, so he's 42 and the decoy is supposed to be 14, and this guy just brazenly walks into the house without a single care, not even knocking on the door. This is not at a time where they really have cell phones around and he's just like, yo, are you cool? Like, can I come in? No, there's no communication there. He just knows this is the address and is so confident that his parents are not home that he waltzes right on in. I gotta say, these ones that have this bravado like that are kind of terrifying to me. That level of blind confidence means, one, they're very, very secure in like what they're doing, you know what I mean? mean? Like, they are not really sketchy about the situation. They know what they're here to do, and that's terrifying to think about. And number two, it makes me think that they possibly have done this many times before. I mean, you would not be this calm, cool, and collected unless this was a particular pastime or hobby for you, you know, meeting up with these people of this age from chat rooms. Really makes you think of how devious these guys have been in their lives up until this point. Hopefully he's getting caught on his first try, but I'm not too certain that that is the case.
While online, he pretends to be two different people to try and lure the PJ decoy into having sex with him. He starts off as Yukon Blue and White, a 21-year-old college student named Rick.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna pause right there. That is some deranged stuff. So this guy is catfishing as two separate people online, and he has some weird, intricate script I'm sure they're gonna get into between these two characters that helps lure these people that he's talking to into wanting to hang out with him in real life, doing God knows what they talked about. This is just super dark to me already, all right? This level of malicious, like, fooling around on the internet with people that are too naive to really get what's going on and will believe that you are who you say you are, because especially back in these days, we didn't even know what a catfish was. You know, that show wasn't out on MTV yet. Neve hadn't blessed us with his absolute midness. Yes, he's very mid. I hate that show personally, but yeah, we didn't really know what catfish were, so nobody thought that that was a thing back in the day. Let's figure out how he was able to, you know, ensnare his victim here.
He chats about having with her, then introduces a friend. Steve takes pics.
I have an older friend who wants a...
Oh,
Yeah, bad.
how old is he?
35.
Okay, so then the idea is that, you know, this person speaks to the decoy who's supposed to be a young 20-something-year-old. I'm sure had some very handsome pics of whoever he was supposed to be catfishing. And then he's like, yo, I have a friend who likes to take pictures. Can he come hang out too? Which is absolutely terrifying. And then lies about the age of him who is, you know, supposed to be this photographer. I don't know what the excuse is going to be here. Like, oh, sorry, Yukon Blue and White or whoever, you know, what their name is. They couldn't show up, but I'm still here to take some pictures if you want. I'm 35, by the way. Actually, he's secretly 42, as they said, but we'll look past that for now. Anyways, let's take some photos. Like, how freaking creepy is that, dude?
Yeah, I'm really sick. But Steve is a great guy. I hope you like getting... He'll do an awesome job taking your... He's really excited about it.
Playing the part of the older friend, he uses the screen name Steve Takes Pics.
Dude, that is one of the worst paragraphs I have ever read. Like, oh my god, that is skin-crawlingly disgusting. I know that's what we're supposed to expect from this show, but sometimes when they show these messages, it's just too much for me. So I'm sorry you guys had to see that too, but that is apparently the whole ruse here, is the guy is just sick and he's like, you know what, the photographer could do both jobs. He'll take the photos and he'll do the nailing. Let's get to it, all right? He's gonna be a great first time for you. He is just a good host and a great photographer, all right? You're gonna love the work that he does. Like, I bet bro didn't even show up with a camera. This is such a stupid lie, and I'm glad they caught this idiot.
The man with two online identities has driven 3 hours all the way from Connecticut to meet Jane. Casey knows she's surrounded by security people, and she's been instructed to slip away if she ever feels uncomfortable.
How you doing? Good. What's your seat right on this wall?
So this idiotic, balding tubular drove 3 hours to take these photos. Absolutely vile. I would be so creeped out with, you know, being the decoy in these stories. If you hear about just how insane their plans were and how sane the chat logs were, you know you're actually dealing with a dangerous person. If this guy is going to that level, creating an entire fake world of people and a network of people that he's lying about just to get in your pants. I would not get within 10 feet of this dude, so I do got to give the decoy props. That's got to be pretty terrifying. Anyways, let's see the Chris Hansen action as he reveals himself right here.
What is that?
It's, KY.
Lubricating John.
Yep.
What were you going to use that for?
Oh my gosh. So this dude is super aggressive when he comes in, and it forces Chris to just pop out much quicker than they were expecting. He asks him to take something out of his back pocket, and instead of a phone, which he says it is, it's a big bottle of KY jelly. You have no excuses now, dude. You literally just brought out the #1 prop that you were going to use, you know, in your little photo session here. There is no lie that you can use to get yourself out of this, because nobody is out here carrying that in their pocket unless they are an absolute weirdo hoping to do something malicious with it, all right? And it's not even a travel-sized bottle. This dude got like the Costco pack of this jelly and is just carrying it around in his back pocket like a total dumbass. How idiotic, dude.
What were you going to use that for?
Was intending on being with her.
And how old is Jane?
14.
Steve Takes Pics says he's a freelance photographer, but in his former career, he was a firefighter for 22 years.
This dude was a freaking firefighter before this. First of all, I don't think that he was, the same stature that he is now. I'm sure he was a little bit more fit because you can't really fake your way through being fit when you're an actual firefighter. But it's disgusting that this dude is resorting to this in his free time now that he's retired or whatever his situation may be. Probably was let go, honestly, because he's just an absolute trash human being. But you can already tell how nervous this dude is, and at least he's being honest, though. He's like, yeah, I wanted to be with her. She's this age. I admit. All right, take me to jail. Like, he's pretty much surrendering already, which just shows how much of a wuss he is, too.
Why'd you do it then?
Lonely. And I've got no money.
So because you're short on cash, you decided to have a date with a
And this, I mean, oh my god, we have had some seriously sad schmuck-like answers, and this has to be the saddest of them all. Not only does he give the I'm lonely excuse, which is absolutely so BS. I mean, there's so many lonely people out here that do not resort to any of this stuff. Any of this just monstrous, predatory action on the internet. That's something pretty much everybody else that's lonely can avoid. But not only is he lonely, he is broke too. So this guy just admits he's literally dirt poor, has nothing going for him, he's ugly and lonely, and therefore he has to prowl online for people like this to try to meet up with and ruin their lives. I guess it's good that he's being candid, but really this is like the saddest excuse I've ever heard. This dude is an absolute loser in every sense of the word, and I'm glad he's getting grilled on TV right now.
Doesn't make it right.
Have you done this before?
No, this is the thing.
Really? Because you seem pretty skilled at it.
Remember, this man telling the sad story about being lonely and broke is the same man who came up with an elaborate scheme.
And I like that Chris notes that there. I mean, this guy is acting like, oh, I was just sad and lonely. It was just a spur-of-the-moment thing. It's my first time ever doing it. Like, it's kind of different when you have this incredible backstory with two separate accounts and two fake people that are, weaving this web of lies for these decoy. Obviously, this is something that was premeditated and perhaps practiced over many different attempts. You know what I'm saying? I really doubt this is this guy's first time, sadly, but thankfully it will be his last time.
Yukon blue and white, posing as a 21-year-old college student. Why would you do that?
I prefer younger women in the college to out of college age range.
Wow, he must like those super geniuses because I have never met a 14-year-old in college. So him saying, I like college and college-age ladies only is a bit of a freaking lie there, dude, all right? You have no cap on, so you should not be capping, therefore. Isn't that the rule? I don't know. I'm not really hip to all this lingo. Look, I'm trying to act young, all right? I'm right on the line of Gen Z and millennial. Anyways, let's get past it. This guy is basically a lazy idiot that has nothing going for him, adds nothing to society, and is just down to ruin people's lives as a result.
So now you change identities online, right?
Yes.
And then you pick up the conversation. You really 35? I'm 37. Which is not true because you're actually 42.
Right.
So there are layers of lies here.
Yeah, pretty much. I have not told the truth a single moment in this entire time. So don't ask me any more questions because I'm not going to give you a real answer. Like, that's pretty much what he's saying. And it's true. I mean, look at this man's sad eyes. He literally looks like Gabe Newell if he never invented Valve and just ended up looking like Gabe Newell without actually also being a billionaire. That would be a sad existence, all right? And that's this guy's existence right here. I don't know if that was messed up. Sorry. I like Valve. I like Steam, all right? That was a messed up joke. Gabe, please don't assassinate me. I know you probably have that power.
Rick, I need to tell you that I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. And we're doing a story on adults who try to meet online for.
I don't want cameras.
You can leave right now.
Well, I'm going to be in trouble once I go.
Oh, he doesn't want cameras, guys. Let's turn him off. Once again, another freaking moron that sees the cameras and thinks he has any control in the situation. Look, you walked into somebody's house when you thought they were gone. You were trying to meet up with their kid, and now you got caught. You have no power. You can hide your face if you'd like, but please show your way out of the door so you can get arrested, and we all laugh at your misfortune as you literally throw away what little life you had for this one weird desire of yours that you just could not tame, and it literally caused you to just derail your entire life. It's quite beautiful if you look at it that way, actually. So it sounds like he was charged, hauled away, the whole nine. We're not really worried about the sentence, as we all know. It's unfortunately a little bit too light for a lot of these guys because, it's hard to prove that they have had a history of doing this unless they have the actual evidence of them speaking to, like, another decoy. But this was quite a crazy one, so I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Did you enjoy this? I loved this guy's excuses and the fact fact that he just knew that he couldn't talk his way out of it. I think that's why he was so straightforward, is as soon as he popped out and saw Chris Hansen there and Chris told him to take out the KY that was in his back pocket, that pretty much was his, you know, dead giveaway of what he was there to do. As if the text logs were not enough, which usually they try to lie past those, but he didn't even attempt it. So let me know what you thought of this sad idiot down in the comments below. Make sure to check out the Patreon, where I'm uploading bonus content, including face cam. I really appreciate everybody that's supporting me over there. Drop a like on this video and leave a comment if you enjoyed it and want to help me out, boost me in the algorithm a little bit, and consider hitting that bell so you never miss an upload. I'm going to try to get much more uploads for you guys on the regular from here on out, mixing some stuff in with the TCAP, you know how it goes. But as always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and until next time, peace out.